Hello, Lighthouse community. I'm Janine Banks Robinson, assistant principal of the high school, and I want to welcome everyone to the Lighthouse graduation for the class of 2020. I want to encourage all of you to go put on your caps and gowns for this ceremony. This is a moment of celebration, and you should look and feel the part. Also, if you take any photos at home tonight, families celebrating, please post them on social media with the hashtag Lighthouse Grads 2020. We look forward to seeing all of your smiling faces.
Hola a toda la comunidad, soy Joshua Weintraub, uno de los fundadores de nuestra escuela secundaria. Estoy aquí esta noche con dos mujeres extraordinarias, nuestras directores del High School de Lighthouse, la señora Janine Robinson y la señora Kelly Lara. Quisiéramos darle a todas las familias y los estudiantes una bienvenida a nuestra graduación, y a los estudiantes quisiéramos invitarle a llevar su capa y vestuario de graduación para celebrar y tomar fotos en casa. Se anima a usar el hashtag LighthouseGrads 2020. Ahora, la señora Miss Lara.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kelly Lara, Lighthouse's high school principal. While this year's graduation ceremony is going to look a little different than previous graduations at Lighthouse, we've tried our best to continue as many traditions as we can. One thing that definitely hasn't changed is how proud we are of our graduates. Our students are amazing, as you're about to find out when you hear from some of our student speakers. Each of these students were chosen to speak by their peers and our staff. Without further ado, I give to you Joshua Thomas, Jonesy Cabrera, Veridiana Barreto, and Nicholas Liu.
Hello, class of 2020. I'm Joshua Thomas. I'm Jonesy Cabrera, and as you can see, we're standing 6 feet apart. These past couple of months have been confusing, stressful, and uncertain to say the least. We have been faced with complex issues, and we have been placed in strenuous situations. Although times have been rough, they have shed light on the many issues that our generation is destined to face. Our severely unprepared government has been exposed in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, and we have witnessed strong connections of people around the globe amidst increasing racial and political tension. Leaders that are ill-equipped as well as unqualified to lead a diverse people through trying and uncertain times are being unmasked. These examples of political turmoil and ignorance are just the tip of the iceberg. Our generation will not only face issues of this nature, but will actively make change. We will grow to become innovators, politicians, artists, and leaders in a vast majority of fields. We are proud to stand before you all.
We understand that this is not the senior experience that anyone expected. I know for a fact that I didn't expect to give this speech through a camera and through your screen. We are each getting our diploma separately rather than in unity, and sharing this moment virtually rather than in each other's presence. We had what was supposed to be the most proud, rewarding, and joyful moment in high school become what some may call a far cry from a typical high school experience. Still, we celebrate. Although we will never know what it's like to walk the stage and share this experience with each other, we can still say this: we have done it. If this pandemic has proved anything, it is that we are adaptable, resilient, and that we won't back down from a challenge. Congratulations to all of us for pushing through another year and achieving what many times felt too hard. Congratulations to all of us for showing the world that we are capable of reaching our goals even when the odds are against us. But we will not just take our diplomas and finish here. We will continuously seek out knowledge after Lighthouse, building upon ourselves constantly.
What we have accomplished is amazing, but it was only possible with the endless support of our community. As we all prepare to take the next steps of our lives, let's take a moment to honor Steve Sexton and Jenna Stauffer, two amazing people who poured their lives into creating this community at Lighthouse. We appreciate all the years we have been a part of this community. The lessons we have learned and relationships we have formed have better prepared us for life. As we take our next steps in life, I encourage you all to remain the strong, tenacious people we are now. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Viridiana Barreto. I've been attending Lighthouse for the past 9 years. Writing this speech was very difficult for me. which is strange because I've been waiting years for this moment. I envision this moment seeing all your faces in your caps and gowns, rather than only talking to a camera. I'm not really good at speaking to a camera. That's probably why I didn't launch my YouTube channel yet. Class of 2020, I know many of you are done listening to my many announcements, like please turn in your physical as soon as possible, or the schedule for the basketball and soccer games, or asking you to sign up for Snack Shack. Trust me, this will be my last public announcement that I will be sharing with you guys today. Although we are not physically here together, remember to cherish and carry on the memories you all have lived these past 4 years. Our high school journey is something to be remembered, from our freshman camping trip when the bus broke down, to the mysterious stink bomb that was thrown in the classroom, to Los always yelling, all high school students, please exit the building, to the grand reveal Mr. Mawad's age, to Mr. Cole always trying to get our signatures after school. By the way, he still owes me $25 for mine. Of course, each and every one of you will leave with your own memories and take it with you for the rest of your life. For the past 4 years, many of you have anticipated this, to finally leave and live your lives, to begin new adventures and experiences. We will soon become actual adults and learn what it means to deal with real responsibilities. And no, I don't mean making sure your Instagram photo has good quality. I mean real responsibilities like paying your phone bill on time so that you can actually use Instagram, Snapchat, and/or Twitter. This year alone, we have experienced a pandemic, killer hornets, a civil rights movement, released videos of real aliens, but I knew that already. And we haven't even turned 20 yet. We might not have had prom or grad night, but did other graduating class have famous artists honoring their class and get free donuts? Yeah, I didn't think so. But in all seriousness, with everything that is going on in the world, we have gotten a glimpse of what challenges life can throw at us, and we have risen to meet the challenges. These obstacles that are put in our lives are to teach us lessons and strengthen us for the next possible challenge in the future. Although many of you have lost countless hours of sleep due to finishing up homework, watching all 9 seasons of The Office. Oh wait, that was me. Further analyzing and extrapolating Dr. Peck's ideas, your determination and persistence have helped you all be ready for the unexpected. Finally, I want to give thanks to everyone I have met these past 4 years, to all my teachers, friends, and staff. Unfortunately, due to time and the attention span of a teenager, I won't be saying all the names of the teachers who have had a great impact on my life, but it's deeply appreciated. I want to give out a special thank you to Mr. Weintraub for all the support and opportunities he has given me these past 4 years. I want to give thanks to Coach Hanty for making me become a better person and always supporting me no matter what. Even though I might give her headaches sometimes, I promise Hanty that I will get better at giving out directions. I want to give thanks to my family for always being there and supporting me every step of the way, pushing me to do my best and live the life that I want. Now to wrap this up, one last thing for my fellow classmates. We as a class have grown up with each other. Some of us might have been here since kinder, others might have arrived in 9th grade. Regardless, we grew as a grade. We changed and evolved as people. And friends were discovered even after the many years of knowing each other. I have always believed things happen for a reason. The people that you meet today can affect who you will meet tomorrow. I want to end this off with a TikTok reference. Only the elite will understand. So for all the boomers who are watching, sorry, it's our turn. Now, for my fellow classmates, remember this phrase and say, and if you're going to call me a graduate, make sure to put class of 2020 in front of it. Congratulations to you all, and thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nicholas Liu, and I'm honored to be given this opportunity to speak in front of this incredible group of high school graduates. I'd like to specifically reach out to my peers when I say that I wholeheartedly recognize that none of us ever imagined working so hard for 13 years just to graduate through a screen. Many of us had envisioned the moment when we'd physically walk the stage, showered with the pride of our loved ones, but we can still experience that. I still want to emphasize how proud I am, and I'm sure everyone else is, regardless of the fact that our graduation is quite unorthodox. Before I begin, I'd like to individually thank my mom, dad, and siblings who worked me hard and constantly urged me to put in my highest quality work. Without them, I don't know where my work ethic would stand today. I'd also like to thank my aunts and uncle who I continue to consider as my second parents, as they were always there for me when I needed a ride to an internship program or even there just to support me emotionally. I'd also like to appreciate my grandparents who made the courageous journey of moving to America. They came here with little to nothing and rooted their presence here in Oakland. Without their sacrifices, I would have never been given the opportunity to find success and thrive in this country. I would like to also give a thanks to Steve Sexton and Jenna Stauffer, who founded the school and more importantly saw a vision and gave hope to the young, underrepresented kids of Oakland. Next, I would like to thank the staff members at Lighthouse who have grown to create friendships with through the constant love, humor, and true dedication to supporting us. Last but not least, I'd like to give a huge shout out to my friends. I'm sure my friends know who they are, and I appreciate them as they've always been there for me through both the harder and easier times. They made my experience at this school enjoyable and well worth it overall. I hope we stay in touch forever and can recollect on the times we've had here. I've been attending Lighthouse in second grade, which I know may seem like a long time, but believe me, I know many more other peers who have been here just as long or if not even longer. Some of them have even been here since kindergarten. Throughout my time here, Lighthouse has always had the mission to be inclusive of everyone no matter their color or religion. Even as an Asian student here at this predominantly Latinx school, I had no trouble at all fitting in. I always felt as if the staff were very open-minded and found it quite easy to resonate with my fellow peers. Lighthouse has always made it very easy for me to immerse myself with different cultures and beliefs of others. It is with this brilliant focus in mind, Lighthouse is able to empower the youth of color in the Bay Area. With this, I'm proud to say this amazing collective community of peers and adults have nurtured and watched me grow to be who I am today. When reflecting on my journey here, there are many fond memories I hope to hold on to as I venture off to college. Many of these fond memories have one thing in common, and that thing is community. This can be seen from making the news for our school's protests to the numerous high school weekly community meetings that brought us closer together and celebrated the greatness in our collective lives. Although it sucks that our senior year ended quite abruptly, I'd like to brighten the mood on the fact that it proves how we as a whole class were able to handle this vast change and truly demonstrates how much we've grown over the years. I remember when we started out as freshmen and constantly had a hard time showing our maturity. We'd often get held back in class after the bell just to finish up our lesson during lunch. Now as we've matured, none of this happens anymore, and we've formed our own sense of motivation and agency to know what's important for us to do now as it will affect our future. And again, I believe this is all correlated to us growing up with a strong sense of true community and support from the wonderful people at this school. Community is what cultivated us to be who we are today. As we move on in our life to attending college, the workers' union, taking a gap year, or searching for a job, community is something we need to continue to build on. Some of you may be wondering how this might be possible during a global pandemic and such. Well, in this generation like ours, keeping in touch is easy to do. We do this often through social media, texting, calling, and even video chatting. I just want to emphasize that although you can't do many in-person activities such as meeting friends on campus, attending office hours, or meeting up with tutors, we need to take agency and socialize with others virtually in order to stay academically and mentally healthy. So don't shy away from the virtual opportunities to network and put yourself out there just like you would on social media. I would like everyone to please make an oath that we don't take what we experience for granted and continue to stay ambitious wherever life takes us.
Those speeches were pretty incredible, right? And we're just getting started. Like of our young people, the class of 2020 has so much to offer. They're not only our students, but they're also our teachers. Next up, we're going to hear about how different members of this class have modeled the Lighthouse core values. These core values will be presented by our Lighthouse 12th grade crew leaders.
Hi, my name is Anna Grassi, and I've worked at Lighthouse for 3 years. I have the privilege of knowing this group of seniors for 2 years, both as their teacher and crew leader. I've been asked to present the Agency Award for 2 students who have particularly shown ability to make brave choices and who have demonstrated independence in their lives, both inside and outside of school. They have pursued purposeful action as lifelong change makers and are valued leaders in their school community. In honor of their academic dedication and hard work for overcoming obstacles and never giving up on themselves, please join me in congratulating Francisco Garcia and Miguel Cortes for receiving the Agency Award. Hola, mi nombre es Ana Grossi y he trabajado en Lighthouse durante 3 años. Tengo el privilegio de conocer a este grupo de seniors durante 2 años, como su maestra y líder de crew. Se me ha pedido que presente el premio de Agency para 2 estudiantes que han demostrado particularmente la capacidad de tomar decisiones valientes y que han demostrado independencia en su vida, tanto dentro como afuera de la escuela. Han perseguido acciones decididas como agentes de cambio y son líderes valorados en su comunidad escolar. En honor a su dedicación académica y duro trabajo por superar obstáculos y nunca darse por vencidos, únase a mí para congratular a Francisco García y Miguel Cortés para recibir el premio de Agency.
Good evening. Buenas tardes a todos. My name is Danielle Arroyo. Mi nombre es Daniela Arroyo. I've had the privilege to work with this incredible group of seniors as a crew leader this year. Yo he tenido el privilegio de trabajar con este grupo de estudiantes este año como crew leader. Here at Lighthouse, we value agency, social justice, integrity, community, and love. Aquí en Lighthouse valoramos agencia, justicia social, integridad, comunidad y el amor. I will be focusing on love today. Yo me estaré enfocando en el amor. The following 2 students have demonstrated love to each of their classmates, teachers, and community. Los siguientes 2 estudiantes han demostrado amor a cada uno de sus alumnos, maestros y comunidad. Our first recipient demonstrated love for everyone. He gave his heart to even the most timid of his peers. He was a joy to have in any classroom, even my very own crew. Nuestro primer alumno demostró amor para todos. Él dio su corazón entero, aún hacia sus alumnos más tímidos. Él siempre fue un orgullo tener en cualquier clase, especialmente mi propio crew. The second recipient demonstrated love for his underclassmen. He was a strong advocate of Global Glimpse and loved helping any cause, whether it be a mission in the Dominican Republic or a school dance. Uno demostró amor para todos sus menores. Él era un gran defensor para el programa de Global Glimpse y le encantó ayudar cualquier causa, fuera en una misión en la República Dominicana o para un baile aquí en nuestra escuela. Please join me in congratulating our 2 well-deserved recipients, Freddie Camacho and Ignacio Rodriguez, with our Love Core Value Award. Por favor, acompáñenme en felicitar a nuestros 2 alumnos, Freddie Camacho and Ignacio Rodriguez, con nuestro reconocimiento de amor. Hasta luego.
Hi, I'm Josh Weintraub, and I'm the Director of College and Career Success at Lighthouse. I'm here to present this year's Core Value Awards for Social Justice. Now, more than ever, the need for social justice in our community is clear. The coronavirus pandemic, along with the tragic deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery, among others, illustrate the crucial need to address systemic inequities in our society, like unequal access to health care, police brutality, and anti-Blackness. I'm confident that the winners of this year's Social Justice Award will be leaders in the movement to bring change around these and other important issues. Inside and outside of school, these 2 students have demonstrated a fearlessness to speak up for themselves and for others. They are reflective and conscious about how their actions impact the world and embrace opportunities to be leaders. Not only do they fight for what's right, they organize and motivate others to do the same. This year's Core Value Awards for Social Justice go to Astrid Peralta and Izora Andrea Ramirez. Congratulations, and keep fighting.
Hello, I'm Ed Crandall. I was the 9th grade science teacher and then the 12th grade math teacher for the class of 2020. So I've known these students for several years, and tonight I'm going to be awarding the Integrity Award to 2 remarkable students, one of whom was a very good student in Mexico and then came to Lighthouse in order to improve his English. And in the process of coming to Lighthouse, though he struggled with English and had difficulties communicating to begin with, he never lost heart. He never became negative, but he always kept a very positive attitude and worked very diligently at his classes and exceeded everybody's expectations. Truly is one of the remarkable students from Lighthouse. The second student always pursued her dreams. She was the captain of the ball team. She has been on a organized swim team. She's run a half marathon. She's been involved in martial arts. All of this in addition to the regular work that she's done exceptionally well at Lighthouse. And both students just showed their integrity through their dedication to their work and their true belief in themselves and willingness to always push through whatever obstacles that there are and pursue their dreams. So the 2020 Integrity Award goes to Rodrigo Estrada Tapia and Vilma Rodriguez.
Good morning, Lighthouse. My name is Jasmine Fountain, and this year I had the privilege of teaching the 12th grade English class. Through that time, I met so many amazing students, but right now I'm going to highlight two. So, right now I'm going to talk about community. And essentially what community is showing up for people, showing people that you care, taking care of other people by looking at what they need, looking at the things that bring them joy. And the two students that I'm going to talk about, Viri and Alex, have done both of those things. These students have gone above and beyond. They have led organizations at the school. They have played in sports at the school. When no one else was around to do the work, they did the work of the Senior Activities Committee, trying to make sure that the seniors had events they could go to that would bring them joy. These students have also tutored others. They've also looked out for others, and they've been willing to speak the truth when no one else has been able to do that. So I want to thank you, Alex and Barry, for what you've done.
Congratulations to all of our Core Value Award winners. Thank you for modeling the Lighthouse core values. Your deep commitment to agency, community, social justice, integrity, and love have left a mark at our school. We'll be in touch next week about delivering the awards to your house. And to all the other members of the class of 2020, please know that it was really hard for us to not honor more of you tonight, but our budget and our time are limited. We know that many of you live and breathe these core values each and every day. We see you. Keep doing what's right.
And we've got more awards coming. Next on our agenda tonight are two scholarship awards. First, the Steve Sexton Scholarship. Second, the Jacob Gonzalez Morales Scholarship. First off, we have Carmen Morales, a former Lighthouse mom, presenting the scholarship she started in her son Jacob's name. As you will hear from Carmen, Jacob tragically passed away 7 years ago, but his legacy lives on in this scholarship, which is given to one Lighthouse graduate every year.
Class of 2020 is an honor celebrating you today. My name is Carmen Morales. I'm Jacob Gonzalez's mom. Jacob was a former Lighthouse student. Jacob was smart, friendly, with a beautiful smile and soul. He was 17 when his life was cut short in 2013. Losing him has been the hardest struggle to live with. My family and I create this scholarship to honor his memory and help other students who struggle in different ways in life, but they are committed to continue with their education. Our scholarship represents the love we have for our son, for young people in the community who has the resilience to overcome obstacles in life and continue working hard and achieve their dreams, all while maintaining a positive attitude. Our scholarship represents hope, hope for a better future for the young people, hope for peace in our community, hope that no other parent loses their children over gun violence. This year, the student we choose has demonstrated the love for her community, friends, and family. She became resilient, losing her cousin in the struggle with family issues, but she has continued her hard work to achieve her educational goal. Our hope is for her to get educated and become back to serve her community and family. The award this year goes to Natalie Iñiguez Cisneros. You have made your family proud. Keep learning, keep accomplish, and continue venture out. Continue to dream big because anything is possible. Congratulations, Natalie. We love you and we're so proud of you.
Carmen is one of the strongest people I know. Carmen es uno de los seres humanos más fuertes que conozco. It is so hard to turn something painful, turn a loss into something good, something beautiful, and she does it year after year. It's an incredible example for all of us. Speaking of people who set the bar high, our next scholarship will be presented by Lighthouse Executive Director, Jenna Stauffer. As many of you probably know, this is Jenna's last year at Lighthouse. It would take weeks, maybe months, to properly thank her for all she has done for our school. But since she is moving on with the class of 2020, we want to present her with an honorary diploma. Jenna, you can now say that you've graduated from Lighthouse. We love you, and I want to turn over the mic to you for this year's Steve Sexton Memorial Scholarship. I think there's a gift coming for you.
Oh my God.
That's the honorary hat that I knew that Wyatt was in the works of making. Jenna Stauffer, honorary graduate, everyone.
Thank you guys.
Hi Ruby, hi Wyatt, hi Luke.
Oh my goodness. Is that my cue?
Yeah, that's your cue. We'll get this to you later.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Yes.
The joy.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. So my name is Jenna Stauffer. I'm one of the co-founders and CEO of Lighthouse Community Public Schools. I don't think I can wear this, but it's pretty amazing. I am so happy to be celebrating with you tonight. And I even put on my graduation gown. Class of 2020, your persistence and creativity is just astounding. And I also want to just thank our high school team in making tonight happen for you. As Mr. Weintraub said, this is my last year at Lighthouse, and I am graduating with you. And so for that, for so many reasons, I have such a strong affinity for the class of 2020. And more than anything, I'm so proud of your persistence. Your senior year was nothing like you imagined. And I bet you discovered things about yourself that you never knew existed in your heart. So I hope you take that with great strength forward. I want you to remember the fight that you found within yourself. I'm here tonight with the honor and privilege of announcing the Steve Sexton Memorial Scholarship. Most of you here likely know who Steve Sexton was, but I'll explain for those of you who don't. Steve Sexton was my husband and father to 3 children who you just saw come in, and was our co-founder of Lighthouse. His life was cut short in October of 2015 by brain cancer. And I have a picture of him here with us. This is the picture I put on the stage every year at graduation, as well as every year I light a candle for him at graduation. And so I know and feel his spirit with us tonight. When I met Steve in 1995, we were both first-year teachers. He had graduated with honors from the University of Utah with 2 degrees, not 1, but 2. 1 in mechanical engineering and 1 in nuclear engineering. He could have chosen to work in a field where he could have been a millionaire. But instead, he chose a vocation and a career that gave back to others, ensuring that children and youth, especially those who have been locked out of our educational system for so long, had an equitable shot at chasing their dreams of college and career of choice. Since 1995, Steve was a model teacher and was head of school at Lighthouse. There are a lot of lessons that Steve taught us and continue to teach us, graduates, that I hope you carry into your next chapter, whatever your landing place might be. He gave his last graduation speech in June of 2015. It was a very, very special night, and you would have just been completing maybe your 8th grade year, if I have my math right. He shared one of his favorite quotes from Ernest Hemingway in that speech. And the quote is, "There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former self." That quote is such a symbol for the kind of educator and man that Steve was. He believed in people and students so much. And as long as we're becoming better and better versions of ourselves, then we truly are noble. And that's why we started Lighthouse. And that's why we know a quality education is the key to becoming a better self. There's a lot of wisdom that Mr. Sexton imparted to us. And if he were here today, he would share them with you. So I will do that on his behalf. First of all, keep your sense of humor. Even when things feel really hard, find some joy. Find something to laugh about. Find laughter in yourselves and in others, in your family and the people that you love. The other thing he would say is, love has the power to make anything happen. Steve led with love every day, sometimes really tough love. But he was the kind of person who had time for everyone, anytime. He got to know the smallest details about people's lives that made every person he encountered feel special. He would tell us, make time for one another and really get to know people. He worked really hard, really, really hard. If he had a deadline to meet or a job to do, he made a plan and he worked the plan. He said it all the time, make the plan, work the plan. He never gave up on his goals. And if he were here tonight, he would tell us, don't ever give up on our goals, reach higher than you think what is possible. He was always learning. He was a voracious reader. He read multiple books at a time about everything and anything. He was just eternally curious. And he would remind us tonight to keep our brains sharp and stay curious, learn about things that you have yet to discover. Steve was also a radical optimist. He believed that anything was possible. He said yes to people. He said yes to innovation. He said yes to new ideas. He really believed that anything was possible. If he were here tonight, he would remind us to believe in the power of our hopes and dreams. And finally, he would tell us, find your passion and pursue it. Because when you pursue what you love, you have the potential to be truly happy. Even at the end of his life, when he knew his days were numbered and his body was giving up on him, he reminded us, the ones that weren't sick, to keep our chins up, to work hard for the things that we cared about. He reminded us that laughing was so important. And until his very last breath, he persisted to live his fullest and most authentic life. So this scholarship is about that. It's about supporting one graduate who has shown a great deal of persistence, especially in the face of adversity, to pursue their passions. Every applicant this year has overcome incredible challenges, each one so deserving. But one student stood out. He balanced his studies, his devotion to sport, and he hustled hard to support his family too. So a clear winner did emerge. This scholarship recipient has faced a great deal of challenge, especially at a young age when he was separated from his parents. In the face of this student persisted. He got focused in school and he devoted himself to being a student athlete. On the soccer field, he learned the skills of strong communication, persistence, and how to bounce back from defeat. With English as a second language, this student refused to back down from a challenge, and he's taken his resilience and grit to the test in a coding program at UC Berkeley and in 2 hospital-based internships at Kaiser. Headed to San Jose State University in this fall, this student says in his own words, "I plan to pursue soccer in college and carry on what soccer has taught me in life. In college, I will work hard. I won't give up. I'll challenge myself to do the very best I can. As a teammate, friend, or classmate, I will help my team and not give up on them because I want to see them succeed with me. I will carry on this passion to my peers and family. College will not be easy at all, but I know I have friends and family that support me to lift myself up and to keep going." The optimism and hope and power to define your future is exactly the kinds of traits that make me proud of this student and the qualities that Steve Sexton would be so proud of too. I am honored and privileged to present the Steve Sexton Memorial Scholarship Award to Francisco Garcia. Congratulations, Francisco.
Thank you, Jenna and Carmen, for those heartfelt presentations, and congratulations to our 2 scholarship winners. Before we get to announcing the names of all of our graduates and conferring diplomas, Ms. Laura has prepared a few words to share with all of us.
Class of 2020, we made it. Your graduation day is finally here. Angela Davis, Black Panther, UC Santa Cruz professor, author, and civil rights activist, says, "You have to act as if it were possible to radically transform the world, and you have to do it all the time." Class of 2020, you are graduating from high school in a time when we need to transform the world, and I believe that you are uniquely positioned to do that. You might be sitting at home thinking to yourself, "Mrs. Lara, for real? Am I going to change the world?" And I'm here to tell you, you can, and I know you will. But what does it take to transform the world? It takes hope plus action. It all starts with an idea, a dream, hope for a better future, coupled with forward motion and action. Just like how Lighthouse was a dream at Miss Stauffer and Mr. Sexton's kitchen table, you too can take a dream to better this world, grapple with it, and take steps forward each and every day. Or like how Oakland students organized communities and brought out thousands of people a week ago to protest the murder of George Floyd, to name that Black Lives Matter, and to demand a reform around policing. Or like how Greta Thunberg shined a light on climate change and inspired nations around the world to take action and develop policies to reverse the negative impact on the environment. You are never too young or too old to impact change. As you graduate and head off into your next chapter, whether it be college, entering a trade union, serving in the military, there will most definitely be injustices that you will see, like discriminatory hiring practices, anti-Blackness, oppressive systems, criminalization of communities, racist immigration policies. And you will be faced with moments where you can stand for justice. You can organize communities to vote, demand a seat at the table where decisions are made, pursue a career in law, become a teacher, write and shine a light on injustice, dedicate yourself to serving others within Black and Brown communities, create music and poetry focusing on justice and amplify people's voices, fight to close the camps, work tirelessly to end gun violence in our communities, demand workplaces, schools, and communities be safe places for members of the LGBTQ community. My hope for you is that you stand tall, that you couple both hope and action and transform the world and create change as an act of social justice. And I have no doubt that you will do that because I've watched you navigate the incredible challenge of continuing your learning during school closure while taking care of your families, taking on jobs, working hard to finish your senior year strong. Class of 2020, there is no other class like you. You are special. You have that find a way attitude about you. So class of 2020, never be lulled into believing that you can't make an impact. Remember who you are. Remember where you come from. You're from Oakland, and we don't give up. Thank you, seniors, for the opportunity to share in this journey with you, to know you. Thank you, parents, for sharing your most precious gift with us, your children. Congratulations to the class of 2020. You made it. And congratulations to your families and to everyone who supported you through this journey. Now go and act, because it's possible for you to transform the world.
Thank you, Ms. Lara, for those inspirational words. Hope and action will bring about change. I feel it and I believe it, especially right now. And now we've got some hope in action as we move to announcing the names of all of our graduates. I hope that the shouting in your homes echoes across our city. These students deserve a celebration to be remembered. Students, get your caps ready to toss in just a few minutes. Parents, get ready to take some photos. Here we go. Alejandro Lopez. Alexandria Patterson. Alexis Esquivel. Alfonso Vilchis. Amal Sharif. Andrés Morales Fuentes. Andrés Vera Peña. Angie Parangueo Solís. Astrid Peralta. Axel Cipriano. Axel Rodriguez. Brandon Diaz. Brian Castruita. Brianna Perez Rivera. Brian Gonzalez. DG. Andy Melchor Morales. Shania Gomer. Charlene Olay. Darylyn Horizon Johnson. Elias Martinez. Elijah Visceral. Elizabeth Chupin Cuevas. Eric Peralta. Eric Alvarez. Francisco Garcia. Freddie Camacho. German Romero Collazo. German Velasco Pablo. Grecia Garcia Ortiz. Ignacio Rodriguez. Isaac Saldana. Izora Andrea Ramirez. Jasmine Melgoza. Jace Naral. Johnzy Cabrera. Jonathan Brizuela. Jose Noé González. Joshua Thomas. Leslie Portillo. Maria Cordova. Marlene Ochoa Hernandez. Maurice Carnegie Jr. Melina De Leon. Micah Sargento Kim. Michael Dominguez. Miguel Cortez Rosales. Natalie Iniguez Cisneros. Nayeli Rojas. Nicholas Liu. Rodrigo Estrada Tapia. Ruby Moreno. Samuel Hernandez. Sara Olvera. Sheila Cordova. Vilma Rodriguez. Viridiana Barreto Bermúdez. Yasmin Robledo. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Class of 2020, you did it! As high school principal, I certify that you all have met the requirements set forth by our school and the state of California. By the power vested in me, I hereby declare you high school graduates. If you are wearing your graduation cap, you can move your tassel from right to left, then throw it in the air. Just don't break anything in your house. The graduation photos used tonight will be emailed to every senior later this evening, and you can download them for free of charge. It is our gift to you. Congratulations and good night. We hope that you will stay in touch and let us know if you need support in any of your future endeavors. We're counting on you to change the world, one interaction at a time. Good night, everyone. We love you.